We spend tons of money on different skincare ingredients, different skincare items, and I hear all the time in my DMs and my comments, this isn't working. Why isn't this working? I also heard it when I had my skincare studio as well. Every client would be like, how do I make this work more efficiently? If you're in that boat, I have been on that boat before. Hang tight. We're going to address a lot of our skincare use issues that don't allow our products to give us the benefits that they were created for, and I'm going to tell you how to fix it. Oil cleansers and balms. This is probably one of my most asked questions besides the next couple that I get asked every day in my comments, my DMs, and also in the studio as an esthetician. Double cleansing balms work the exact same way as cleansing oils. I'm going to use a balm today since I normally use a cleansing oil to demonstrate a double cleanse. Double cleanses are so important because when you're using a first step double cleanse, which is an oil-based product, it attracts oil. So oil attracts oil. So in your sunscreen, in the everyday life, the sebum of your skin, in your makeup, you need something that's going to attract the oil to wash it away. But also these are so amazing because they're not stripping. So when you do, you need to take a fairly good amount of your oil or your cleansing balm. You want to apply it to dry skin. Everybody always asks, dry skin or wet skin? Dry skin first. This also acts as a very, very gentle, mild exfoliation because of the friction. But you want to work this around between 30 and 45 seconds. You really want to get into your hairline. The oil is going to act as a little vacuum to all the oil in your product. Now, when it is emulsified on the skin, you want to add water. And then you want to emulsify again. So can you see this turns into a gentle, milky cleanser? That's what you want. You want to do this for another 30 to 45 minutes. If you are not cleansing properly, can use all of the products and treatments and ingredients you want, but they're not going to be as effective because skin is not cleansed properly. So now under warm water, you are going to rinse this off with your cleanser that is appropriate for your skin type. Now let's talk about exfoliation. So many people have so many questions. We're going to talk about general exfoliation here, whether you have oily skin, dry skin, or combo skin. I have dry skin, but exfoliation is extremely important for cell turnover as well as brighter, smoother, more healthy skin. If you have acne-prone skin or tons of hyperpigmentation, that conversation is going to look a little bit different, but this is going to be a great general rule for that smooth, plump, firm, gorgeous, healthy skin that we all want. Exfoliation is so important, especially over the age of 40, because our cell turnover slows down dramatically. So if we are not doing any type of exfoliation, it's going to affect the way that our skin appears and its own health. I will be one of those that will have this hot take. I do not believe in physical exfoliators. Physical exfoliators are things like little scrubs that you can feel that texture in the skin. It's too abrasive, especially over 40. I also subscribe to the fact that very gentle, I'm talking super, super gentle exfoliation every single day with my favorite way of doing it, which is through pads, is probably the most effective way to do it. This is a different type of exfoliation. This is done as a daily exfoliation or every other day exfoliation done with specific acids that are so gentle on the skin and usually include some sort of humectants so that it's not only exfoliating, but it's also helping with the moisture and barrier function of the skin. The first one I want to talk about is PHAs. PHAs are great for light exfoliation and they also are a humectant. Mandelic acid is great for acne-prone skin as well as hyperpigmentation skin, and it penetrates the skin more slowly, so it becomes less reactive. The skin can become less reactive from it, so it's a much more gentler acid. Lactic acid can be done every day. It is a very gentle form exfoliation. It's an AHA. And it is naturally hydrating. But my favorite one that I use every single day is going to be an enzyme exfoliation. So this exfoliation is done by papaya or papain. It's an even more gentle than all the ones I just said before. You can actually use this morning and night. I do not. I just use it in the morning. The only time that these rules do not apply is if you are using Retinol or a prescription tretinoin that really needs to go over with your dermatologist. Next, let's talk about toner or a watery essence step after that exfoliation. I think a very thin watery essence toner that is non-treatment toner, that is nothing, no actives in it. It's just basically there as a first step hydrator, skin prep for the following products you're going to apply. All right, the other one that I get asked about so much is hyaluronic acid. Should we use it? How do we use it? What does it do? For me, it is a product that people expect a lot out of, but it is usually because people aren't getting the effects sometimes of what hyaluronic acid does. So it's a super hydrator. It's one of those ingredients that is going to plump the skin, great for barrier health, great for barrier function. It's going to smooth the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. Most of you are using it wrong. Let me show you how to do that. So since it's been a few moments since I have applied my watery essence, I'm going to put it on. You will need to apply hyaluronic acid to damp skin. I have just been loving these hyaluronic acid 3% serums by WNP, which is Wake Nature Perfection. I love them because they're single-use capsules and the formulation is so incredibly thin. It's also great because it has multi-layer weights of hydration and it just goes right into the skin. So it's not adding a lot of extra layers. I know a lot of people also don't use hyaluronic acids because they can feel sticky. This does not at all. It is so thin. Also keep in mind, as most skincare products, they are more beneficial over time. You need to stick to a consistent routine with hyaluronic acid to see all the amazing benefits of hyaluronic acid. And this absolutely can go just gently right on that orbital bone and into those crow's feet. So if you use this hyaluronic acid the right way on damp skin consistently, you will achieve that smooth, bouncy skin that we all want. I'm just gonna press it into the skin. Hyaluronic acid is really important that we seal it in with moisturizer, so we don't wanna let any kind of evaporation of that hydration of the face. So make sure you're really sealing this in with a moisturizer after. All right, so our skin is already prepped for our next step, and this can be either vitamin C if it's during the day, or retinol if it's during the evening. This also applies to niacinamide and any kind of actives like them. They are going to perform better and also have a lower percentage of causing any irritation or sensitivity with a hydrated skin. So they don't do well with dehydrated skin. Yes, you can feel free to put vitamin C on dry skin, but it's not going to penetrate as well, and there's a higher chance of having a lot of reactions from retinol or vitamin C on dehydrated skin. So my skin obviously just has hyaluronic acid on it. I'm going to apply my vitamin C because it is during the day, and then going in with moisturizer. But if you're trying to get the full results of all of your products, all of your ingredients, keep these tips in mind the next time you are using any of these products together, and you will achieve that beautiful, plump, firm, healthy skin that we all want. I will link everything in the description box so you can go and check everything out, and save this video, share it with others so that we can get the most out of all of our ingredients and products that we have spent such of our hard-earned money on. Thank you all so much for being here, and I'll see you on the next one. Lots of love from me to you. Bye, loves.